So I want to show some bonus content of some promotions. So I'll start with Waves. Now I will show Paul's promotion to an assassin. Here is Amia's promotion to a bishop. Okay, now that I showed some of those promotions, I can start the regular gameplay. So welcome, of course, to my video for my Fire Emblem Let's Play. Today we'll be playing Chapter 14, Riptide. Chapter 14, Riptide. Oi, sails are full. From the nest we got line of sight in them. Not a moment wasted, no restocking. They're coming at us full tilt. Then all is well. Don't get cocky, Headstrap. So, Jonas, what's the plan again? They don't have their strategist, so they're going to go hard, but not necessarily smart. So in the Chapter 12, not Chapter 12X, but Chapter 12, we took out Cryptus. So yes, they don't have their Cryptus tactician anymore. They'll come at us with airborne fighters first, simply because they'll reach us first. All we need to do is outlast them. Next is the fun part. We're going to bank hard and ram their ship's broadside. McLear has done this before, says that kind of ship will crack like a walnut. Or an acorn. That alone won't be enough. They'll adapt if they can coordinate. This is why we took the fight to the ocean. They won't be able to run horses back and forth. The ships are a natural partition. Sounds nifty, but won't they just use wyverns? Had Cryptus been in charge, they may have kept reserves to run comms, but most are going to be spent hastily. The one we need to be mindful of is going to be Venom. He got dinged up courtesy of our orange pirate, but he's still the best outrider in their troop. We need to take him out. If we can do that, they're toast? It'll be chaos. They won't know how to regroup or pursue. Hopefully self-preservation will kick in and they'll come apart. So I already did preparation, so I'll just start. Yes, I'll deploy Jacoby, and I'll summon Leaf. He spawned off the ship, huh? Can he swim? Does it matter? Let's get back to work. Ugh! The armor, it's too heavy. Okay, so the maps like this, the units are really spread out. What I want to point out firstly is we have these Falcon Knights with these spindles. So it says it negates enemy resistance, but I believe what it actually does is negates enemy defense. So it does a flat 17 plus the 3 might, so it does a flat 20 damage, I believe. And then the other really scary thing about these is they have super high resistance. So you can basically only take these units out with melee units. Currently there's some wyverns as well, and then way off in the corner here we have Venom. So what I'm going to start by doing, you have, okay, I want to move Jonas there, and then begin to prepare for the first spindle wielding Pegasus Knight. How much is a physic? Physic is a staff rank B, and you are C, so you can't use physics yet. So this tile is an armory, and this, well, these are both armories actually, I believe. So all the enemies will move. Oh, I thought this Pegasus or this Falcon would have moved. This one has. I would like. Alright. I actually do need to restart. I forgot to sell some items I was meaning to sell. So I'll be back in a moment. So Naimi spawned and ran over to Chadwick. Naimi! Nice of you to join us. I said I would. Seems you stirred up a whole host of troubles. Shouldn't come as a surprise. Well, I'm ready to make my grand appearance. As advertised, I brought some goodies too. Send the javelin. And I'll send the other warp staff. Is this a warp staff? Two, actually. Plus I have my own. Oh, I get it. I can use these to warp our soldiers around the wreckage. It's a good plan, only we didn't explain the plan to Naim. So how do you know? Such an untrusting lot. I assure you, I am here to support you. In any case. Use my stabs at the fated moment and the Outrider will fall. She's right, these will be exceptionally helpful. Fair enough, but Naimi. Once we make landfall, we should talk. I want to know what we've gotten ourselves into. Why the White Fangs are after us. How William factors into everything. You have my word. You will win this battle, make landfall on the Isles, and I will bring you these answers and more. So be it. Yes? I wonder, has he figured it all out already? Okay, these enemies are going to move some more. Okay, now that this spindle person is in range, we need to be careful. About who they're able to reach. I'll move Keegan one over, so they'll hit Keegan, and that'll be fine. As for this one, it's not in range yet, and neither are the Wyverns. Okay, I want you. And then I'll end that turn. More enemy movement. Alright, we're fast approaching the first ship. Brace for impact! Aha! Brace! What in the... They're heading straight into... Oh shit! They're going to ram the ship? But that'll slow them down. Won't it be harder to flee? Haha! Beautiful, beautiful, McLear. Aye, we crushed him good. Good, but we're not done yet. It also looks like we're dragging some of the debris behind us. This will slow us down, and expect resistance from the survivors. Alright men, knock the stragglers off my boat. My boat! Geez, they split the boat right in half. I guess this is it, my last chance against the Black Fang. As Miguel said, if I am to die, let it be a worthy foe. Fud, damn that hurt. Chadwick, defying all odds. I've underestimated you, but I'm not done yet. So now this is where shit hits the fan, as they say. We have Elton here, and we have Miguel here, and he has this guy, which is really a pain, and the spindle. So you see how these guys were coming in, it's like, oh, they're a ways off yet. Well, now suddenly there's all these enemies here. So this guy, Miguel comes with this Artemis bolt, which is a huge pain. This spindle person is still alive, and then this bishop comes with a fortify, and this spindle person is also still alive. On top of that, some units have light brands, for example. So first and foremost, alright, magic units do basically no damage. So I was right about this flat 20 damage because Keegan took 20 damage here. How do I want to... I think I will go for this. Except that isn't enough. Go for this to start. That could have gone much better. Unfortunately, Norse is not in range. Finish things off. This won't do it either, but I can hope I get a lucky crit. And I didn't even hit. Okay. Okay, so far, okay. Delphia needs to be healed. Naimi has enough health that she can take a 20 hit. Everyone does. Unfortunately, Miguel could half someone's health first, so there is that problem. I need to hope that Miguel isn't able to hit someone who's then hit by this spindle, otherwise it's the end of the chapter. Need to move Jacoby out of the way. Okay. That is why I moved Jonas up here, so that he could fight Elton early. I'll move Chadwick there, so he can maybe assist later if necessary. Ugh, disappointed! Okay. The archer might kill... Well, there's also the bishop. There's a lot of people who might kill Keegan. I know the archer can maybe kill Keegan, and the bishop, I think, is also at risk of killing Keegan. And Keegan died. Okay. Time to restart. This time, I've been a lot smarter. I moved my flying units as far forward as I can, without being in range of the spindle unit here. And as for this one, I left it in range of just Norris. So we'll do the flat 20 damage, and then I'll kill it. Now we'll ram their ship. So since I moved these units so much further forward, they can immediately attack whoever I think is best. So yeah, there's this bishop here. Well, I think what is most critical is we take out the spindle unit if possible. It's still, this guy really gets in the way. So I'll finish him off. Okay. That sucks. I can't do any damage with Hannah, right? Yeah. So it's basically as before. Okay, everyone's full health at least, except Norris. But I can take care of that. Turn on Jonas's animations. Oh, they are on. That'll be better for seeing him beat Elton. Okay, let's see how things go this time. So I'll kill Elton. He'll be really disappointed. We haven't seen this animation in a while, so I'll show it off. Targeted 9, which is good because she shouldn't be reachable by anyone. You target Keegan, which makes sense. Oh, Keegan can actually do damage, wow. I didn't know his magic was that high. Hannah looks like she nearly died just now, and maybe she still will, because there's this Hexer. Okay, the bishop's gonna get in the way. Keegan survived the Hexer's eclipse. It is Eclipse, right? Yes, it is Eclipse. Okay. Now I need to think through how I want to do this. On Jonas's side is obvious. Is he S in swords? Not yet. I don't want to use a killing edge on this Hexer though. Killer Lance, that needs to be taken care of. But we need to figure out what we're doing with Migul first. Okay, it takes care of the Killer Lance. There's some brave weapons here, so that's also quite frightening. I shouldn't have let this cut so close. I need to give myself some space. Alright, so what am I most afraid of? I think I'm most afraid of this Brave Lance. This will take care of the Brave Bow as well. Send the bolt to Jacoby. So next, I'm most afraid of the Silver Lance. But I can't kill them in one shot. So I think it makes sense to take out the Eclipse person. Do these guys have ranged items? One of them does, okay. I might have screwed up then. Keegan's at low health and I have no way to rescue him. Because I healed Hannah and then I took out other people, but that doesn't change the fact that Keegan's at 10 health. And you don't have the ability to use the staff. I guess I need to hope for misses then. Oh, and also that can happen. Okay, time for another try. Here's the new organization of my units. No one can reach the spindle one. Low hit chance, so we hopefully won't hit. Yeah, the spindle Falcon Knight is just out of range. They do have one range, but they're probably not going to attack. I'm not sure that they will attack, to be honest. That could be a risk though, of putting Chadwick there, because then maybe Miguel will hit him as well. But I suppose that's true for anyone. I might as well try it. Okay, let's see what happens. So Elton dies. Then the Hexer takes some damage. Keegan is in range of the spindle unit again. The combination of the range of the Falcon Knight with the spindle, plus Miguel's bow, plus the Eclipse Tome, it's almost impossible to find a safe way to do things. But maybe I need to stop using Keegan just because of the amount of health he has. The other units might have enough health to survive. So let me try again. Okay, trying again. I'm beginning to wonder if I need to bring a dancer. Still no crit. Well, with Keegan here... Well, what is this? Infinite range? Yeah, infinite range. Well then, it doesn't matter where I put Keegan. So, it could half Keegan's health, and then the spindle unit could go kill Keegan. So yeah, I don't really know what to do. I think I'm just gonna end turn and see what happens. Okay, Hannah takes damage. But Hannah's dead, right? Already. Yeah. This is starting to feel luck-based. Because I don't see any way you could move onto the other boat at all without getting demolished by this spindle unit. The Falcon Knight with the spindle. Maybe what I need to do is I need to not go onto the boat at all, because then I won't be in range of any of the other enemies. I can have the spindle unit come over and attack me, and then I could kill them on my turn. But of course, if the thing is, it still sounds like it's luck based, because if the spindle unit hits you, and if Miguel hits you, if Miguel hits you first, then you're just dead. But maybe the AI will never have Miguel and the spindle unit both attack. I'm not sure. But I'll try again. This time I'll try not going onto the boat at all. This time, I don't know why, but the spindle unit is within range of Norris. And this other spindle unit is within range of Luke. If he can kill that one. And Norris can kill this one. Or not quite kill this one. But it's fine because Arnold can kill this one. If he hits, oh my god. So I might be screwed now. I got lucky for things to turn out this way, but well, actually I can heal both of these units, so and then you can't be outside of the range of these enemies anyway. Play safe then, I guess. Okay. Okay, Hannah took damage, but I think she's in range of only one Wyvern Rider, or none. Okay, so she's in range of the sniper. Okay, she either was in range of that Wyvern Rider, or he chose not to attack. Or she either wasn't, or chose not to attack. And the Eclipse Hexer also missed. Okay, so I guess if you just play the chapter long enough times over, you get lucky enough. And Miguel's also defenseless if he misses 2 more times, whether I'm able to kill him quickly or not. So next, this Hero Crest person is a threat, so let's eliminate him. Or fail to. But he can't fight anyone else now because Luke is in the way. Let's finish you off. Okay, we do have a bunch of brave weapons and everything, so we're not out of the woods yet, but we're much better off, I think. As long as I'm careful. So first order of business is to heal Hannah. So this is the Brave Bow. Killer weapon is the most frightening. Now it's no longer a problem. That takes out that. Send the Orion's Bolt to Jacoby. I think I'm most frightened of the Brave Lance next. you both have sword lances. But both of you, everyone can reach Delphia anyway, so she might as well attack someone. She can't take damage from this Hexer because of her being equipped with the Eclipse Tome. So that leaves having our health and 2 silver lances left. The heavy spears aren't a problem, or maybe they are. They might have strength against Norris. Okay, so we have a thief here and a bandit. Okay, they're both in range of Chadwick. Are they both in range of Naimi if Chadwick stands there? No, they're not. Okay, hopefully Naimi doesn't die. Jacoby is out of range. He's only going to have a move. So Naimi could die this turn. Or I could have my lockpick stolen. Or Keegan could die. Hannah should live, no matter what. But Keegan could die. Okay. I think I can live with my lockpick being stolen, I think. No one can double Migul. We have low hit chances on him as well. Yeah, Norris I'm sure could kill him if he could reach. Keegan can nearly kill him. If I go for this, this won't kill him, but I think Hannah will. No, Hannah's one short. There's no way to steal the lockpick back. I meant to use the fox there, but I didn't. Okay, as long as we can survive. Oh, the brigand didn't attack. Okay. So that takes care of that. have a lovely hero crest for Bada. Miguel is now out of attacks. I missed again. Are you S-rank in lances? No. But I might be more interested in getting you better in swords anyway. I'll move Keegan back. I shouldn't have let this cut so close. I need to give myself some space. So I think now everything is fine except that Chadwick lost his lockpick. Rah! Another Smash Brothers! Ah, coming right for me. Good, I wouldn't have it any other way. I will strike you down and your charred corpses will feed the fish. All units, cross the bow. Board that ship. We need to get closer to Venom. So I'm going to do exactly the opposite of what Chadwick said, because all these enemies are going to rush me and I'll kill them all. Though there is some risk with these killer weapons. And I'm going to turtle and soak Vic's bolting uses until he's out of bolting uses. This enemy also has some bolting, but the real threats are these two killer items. So I'll prepare for the boarding of that group. Okay, now with them all this close, I can run at the two killer item enemies quickly and dispatch of them. Maybe not as quickly as I would have liked, though. It's a bit risky. He's also not in range of Luke. I don't think he's in range. He can't get anyone either. So that won't finish him. But Keegan can do him in one round of attacks. Actually, that was unwise, because by attacking him 2 squares away, then he could have crit me. That was really dumb. Anyway, Amia has the best of Void. She can't rescue him though. Next is Jonas. Oh, I'm in range now, okay. Well then... this will remove the threat. Which means now I can just go crazy and kill everyone else. Okay. So he has all of his bolting uses left, so he'll start to use them now, I believe. The ship is slowing. There's too much drag. This is our chance to cut it off. Bring it around starboard. This is it, Chadwick. We need to get aboard that ship. So as you see, the chapter win condition is to seize the ballista, or if you look here, it's the same thing. So if we seize this ballista, we win the chapter. So our final objective is to reach this ship. We have Chadwick, or we have Vic standing in our way first. But he's going to just continuously target Hannah. So like I said, we can just turtle until he's out of uses. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, that's why I rescued, because they're at full health. Okay. If I do just that, then Vic still can't reach any of us. Let's heal Keegan though. So just double checking. Yeah, everyone's out of range of his thunder. So he'll use his last ballista usage. Those red units will run around randomly. Now we just need someone with high res. Let's take him out. Delphia has the highest res. Let's trade. Javelin to her. She can rush up to go safely take him out. I thought he was out of bolting uses. Okay, it is now at least. I'll heal with Amia. Oh, you don't do much damage to him though, do you? The next best unit for this is Norris. So we'll target Delphia again. This should be the end of Vic. This is but the eye of the storm. It's weird, Norris, sometimes I get amazing level ups and sometimes I get like one stat up. The rest of this should be basically a cakewalk, so I might not... I might cut the rest out for a bit. So what I've done is I've ferried Chadwick, or pardon me, I ferried Keegan and Norris across with Hannah and Delphia, and now they're starting combat on this final ship. I decided to drop them off at the stern of the boat so that they weren't bombarded by all these units at the top all at once. I probably should not have moved Norris the way I did. However, we can take care of that by warping Amiya over to the other ship and then hiding behind Norris. However, both of these units have ranged weapons. But I'm not sure if that's enough to kill Amiya. I can, of course, wipe one out with Keegan early. Then you take 13 damage now. We also take 13 damage either way. So I'll do this. I'll apparently crit this general. Then most will take damage from this Tomahawk dude. This person can't do any damage. This person isn't in range to hurt him, so this person will either hurt Amiya or Norris. And we can move Chadwick further along. So now this Hexer will kill herself on Norris because he has a guaranteed hit. And then this pirate will kill himself on Keegan. This troubadour will run away. Alright, let's attack Venom with Hannah. I'll show this off because it's an actual character rather than a generic enemy. I don't believe Venom will move, but he will attack with the spear, but since it doesn't have, or I believe it won't have crit, we should be safe. We can move Chadwick closer to seizing. So yeah, no crit, and then Hannah will finish Venom off. Sergeant Beak, it's been an honor. And then I find this is a bit funny because I think the objective of the chapter is that you seize the ballista so you can take out Venom. Because as you could hear in the opening cutscenes and stuff, they were like, oh, we need to take out Venom the Outrider and everything. But we've just taken him out already. So yeah, if you play the chapter enough times, you get lucky enough that you can win. It may or may not be luck-based, I'm not entirely sure. There could be a strategy that isn't luck-based that I just didn't come across. It did seem that maybe at least a safer strategy, whether luck-based or not, was to not move your units out where they can be hit by a whole bunch of enemies, but to keep them back here. Then fewer people can hit you, and there's a greater likelihood of you successfully completing the chapter. Of course, it sucks that I lost Chadwick's lockpick, but I think there's not enough chests left in the game for that to be a huge deal, and now I will proceed to seize and finish the chapter. And that's a custom killer ballista animation. And as you saw, they respawned Venom so that you could kill him. So I think, yeah, the whole idea was Venom's there so that you can defeat him with the ballista, but he's also free experience. Haha! Gentlemen, we got him! Wahaha! All aboard my new ship. What are we supposed to do? I don't know. Let's break for the shore and regroup. Yeah, and as they were saying, the goal was to beat Venom, and then if you beat Venom, it'll be chaos, and then the rest of the White Fang will just... They won't know what to do, so they'll all scatter. So this is showing that that was the resolution after all. This is one momentous occasion. At last we have asserted our superiority over the White Fang. And more importantly, we're not dead! Says Keegan after dying like 2 or 3 times in my previous attempts. Yarhar! And this new ship's no small treasure. Me scabs will start salvaging from the old glass. Hammering the old bits into the new. The rest of you rest well. You've all certainly earned it. Not a member of this ragtag bunch that doesn't deserve respite. Ah, Hannah. What's up? Could you have Nime meet me in the cabin? Yourself and Jonas as well. Sure thing, what about? Then again, I suppose I'll find out soon enough. Good, you're all here. Nime. I keep pronouncing her name differently. I apologize. We finally earned a moment of tranquility. I'd say now is as good a time as any to fulfill your promise. Aye, no more tiptoeing around it, I suppose. I guess the place to start would be how William could retain his youth for so long, given he was a mentor of yours, back when you were first learning magic. Then we'll get around to how you seem to have insight into our tactics and things that you were never privy to. Let's start at the top. As you may have already guessed, William is not human. That alone is pretty big news, but what exactly is he? I mean, he looks human. Centuries ago, all of the forces of men and dragons clashed in the war we all know as the Scouring. That's right. Overwhelmed by the dragons at first, humans developed the 8 divine weapons to beat back the dragons. Yes, well, 7. They were exiled from our world seemingly through the Dragon's Gate. The whole thing Naimi just said about the 7 sacred weapons rather than 8 is going to be a plot point going forward. Maybe I shouldn't have said that because it's a bit of a potential spoiler, but anyway. That's where Nurgle made his final stand against Eliwood and Hector. Most dragons were forced through that gate. Many were killed, and a few are still here, hidden among the people. This is the first I'm hearing of this. You mean to say that there are dragons walking among us? Disguised as humans? How would that even work? I always imagined dragons being the size of a house. The combined power of the divine weapons and the draconic energies put a massive strain on the magical elements of our world. Following that was a period known as the Ending Winter. Dragons were no longer able to sustain their natural form. The ones that remained fashioned magical stones that they could preserve their life force in. The properties of these dragon stones would prevent magical entropy from settling in on them. Or setting in on them. But these dragons were reduced to the size and fragility of humans. More so even than the average person, I'd wager. I see. Only problem with this is that William is no slouch. He's well known to have high magical competency, so I don't see the point of this lecture on dragons. He's a divine dragon, isn't he? A divine dragon? My grandfather once told me that there were dragons that fled the war and chose not to fight. The divine dragons. Had they aided the dragons against us, the war would have certainly been lost. Indeed. I knew you were the brains. So handsome, too. In a way, you remind me of him, but I can compare physiology in private. Back to the matter at hand. You were saying that William is a divine dragon. Does that mean that he's immune to the effects of the ending winter? No, he is not immune. More resistant perhaps, but not immune. The reason he is not so frail is that divine dragons are able to channel energies besides the anima magics like fire and ice. Yes, he can definitely use light, and his act of channeling quintessence is clearly dark magic. Not just channeling it, harvesting it. Some of this is starting to make sense. If he's able to harvest life force and funnel it into his dragon stone, he could essentially live forever. He'd never age, decay, nor die. Precisely. Okay. But that's not so bad, is it? Using the carrion of the world as nourishment and living forever, Chadwick, I don't think he's simply scooping up roadkill and chowing down. I think he's sowing violence and reaping the quintessence left behind. Based on what? Nothing definitive yet. I spoke with Cryptus and... Oh, come on now, Jonas. You're better than this. Cryptus just tried to kill us. I know, but... Out of the blue, I might add. I understand your reticence. Cryptus is a tactician like me, he could be seeding discord, but... And you're just going to play right into it? Is that it? Chadwick, I think you should listen to Jonas. I know William was kind of a friend of yours, but... He did test his morphs out against us. Then coincidentally dropped us right into the marching path of Hector. That's... Like you said, that could have been a coincidence. I suppose we'll find out soon enough. We should be pulling up on the shore pretty soon. Nime, or Naimi, I think is what I'm saying the most. I still want to know how you are aware of plans you haven't been informed of, and how you knew what to expect. But I suppose we'll save it for next time. Grrf. I know they're both in their own heads, but I appreciate the help you've given us. Oh, Bramamond, getting a kick out of watching over this lot, aren't you? How is our friend doing in Nevada? May I see him? I was just about to predict that this must be the end of part 2, because part 1 was all focused on escaping the end of Blazing Blade and then escaping from the Lycians, and then all of part 2 was focused on the conflict with the White Fang and its climax here, where we've finally defeated and essentially eradicated the White Fang, as far as we know, at least so far. Sergeant Beak, it's been an honor. And that's the end of part 2, and the first chapter of part 3 will be chapter 15, Pallor Mortis. I hope you enjoyed watching me play through part 2, and I hope you're excited to see the beginning of part 3. I'll see you in the next video.